I will let you dig your own hole, okay? I don't rub it in your face about it.
I'm talking about the times you do. Okay. Which has been many times.
Name one.
Name one? Oh, just one?
Yeah, there's so many, right?
There's so
many.
Name
one.
You don't think in Pico Park, you yelling at me?
Oh, no. Well, that's content, Yvonne. That's different. People watch us to watch me yell at you, okay? You're like my punching bag, and that's all you'll ever be. Sorry, I didn't mean that. Oh, hi, LilyPichu. Oh, you want to replace Yvonne?
You want to replace me for a bit?
Hi, I'm Yvonne.
Scar, what are you doing over there? Oh, he's opening a package. It's not
16 hours in a day. Now's the time.
Scar, are you done?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I was like waiting how long it lasts, and then he's still
He's
going.
unpacking his Amazon box.
What is it?
Everything about the environment, okay? I'm never gonna recycle again.
So have you been reading those comments on your YouTube channel about how people feel bad for me having to play games with you?
No.
You had. Don't lie, okay? Chelsea, please put the part where she admits to all of that before she thought the recording was live. You're so shameless. Are you one of those creators that says one thing on camera and does another thing off camera? I hate
it's
creators.
because I know what you're going to say. So the only thing that try to contradict that is to say no.
It's to lie. It's to lie. How do you feel when you read those comments of like, oh, toasts is justified. Toasts are made by Yvonne's. Because you always thought I made you, but I feel like you made me. I was actually a really nice guy when we met too.
No, you were not.
Okay.
In fact, like, hey, I know for a fact we made you nicer.
Don't change the topic.
We melted the cold, hard ice that his heart was.
Topic, okay?
I'm not changing the topic.
Those comments. How do you feel when you read them? Do you think they're wrong?
I don't think they're wrong, but I think, like, okay, sometimes it's fine, and sometimes I'm like, well, I think I didn't grow up playing platformers. Like, my parents never bought me a console, and I had to beg for my first console because I was an only child. I didn't have siblings to play games with, so I don't think they never felt like, oh, we should buy them something. I had to convince my parents to buy me a PS1 through DDR, saying that I would exercise in order for them to buy it. And then, so I just never had experience playing that, so I am bad at them. I totally get that. I agree with that 1000%. And then also the games that I regularly play are not platformers, so I'm like especially bad with them. But the parts that get me are like, Yvonne's stupid.
Oh,
and I don't think I'm stupid. I think I'm inexperienced. Like, I think it's kind of like if you've ever played story mode games, or if you ever play Mario or some exploring games, sometimes you have to look for something. Oh, like sometimes items or things are hidden. But I had to have someone tell me that when I first played one of those games for the first time. Because I think if you didn't grow up playing them and as a kid didn't get to explore, be like, oh, this or that, like you wouldn't know certain mechanics or details that, game developers like to put in order for you to progress in a game and stuff. So I need to be told a lot of that because I only played like Pokemon Red, Blue, into MapleStory, into Gunbound, into League of Legends. Why are you smiling?
No, I'm just appreciating your explanation. Welcome back to another episode of We Were Fighting Before This. That's what me and Yvonne were fighting about before the podcast started. And I wanted to ask her on the podcast just to see if she would change her answer. And she did.
That was a joke.
Lying? Lying's a joke?
That was obviously a joke. Of course I can see the comments. It's not just like one YouTube video. It's on my shorts. It's everywhere. How can I avoid it?
Like, it's like everyone telling you that.
I will. And also, that was not the only thing we were fighting about. That was the second thing. The first thing was we were talking about the gym, and then he was like, oh, so how many times have you gone to the gym this month?
Once again.
Total. Like, did not believe me.
when you imitate the way I speak, you color it. How many times have you got? I didn't ask like that. Oh, how many times have you gone to the gym? Okay, because the last time I saw you at the gym, you sat there on the bike, not pedaling on your phone. So when you told me you were going to the gym, I was a little doubtful.
This was 3 years ago, by the way. He's holding on to that thought, that image of me on the bike on my phone for 3 years now. And that is how he sees me at the gym for forever. But I was telling him, I said, I like going to the gym in the morning too. And you're like, oh, really? How many times have you gone this month?
Well, no. Okay.
You see how that's provoking?
Let's clarify.
How that's a provoking
you
question,
asked
right?
Me, this is how events went down. In my opinion, from my point of view and the way I feel. I'm not trying to dictate how you feel or discredit your version of the events. I'm going to speak my truth. You came in and you said, oh, what'd you do today? I said, I went to the gym at 10 a.m. You said, oh, that's pretty early. I usually like going to the gym at 10 a.m. as well, but not today since I had to come over here, which is fair. And then I said, oh, you go to the gym at 10 a.m. that often?
See? First off, that's provoking, number one. You go to the gym. Number two is, how many times did you go this month?
Yeah, I'm asking, how many times did you go?
But when someone's asking you those questions, the underlying message or what they think is that, oh, like, how many times did you even go? Like, you go gym, like, do you go often, etc.?
All right. I mean, this is a good segue into the topic of the day, which is
you're
pet
annoying.
peeves. The passive aggressive. See, my pet peeve is passive aggressiveness.
Yeah, but I'm not being passive, I think, right now. I'm just saying you're annoying.
You're just being aggressive.
Yeah.
But you think I'm implying more than I'm actually implying when I'm just saying things.
Guys,
I'm just asking
please tell me I'm not crazy that when somebody asks you, oh, do you like going in the morning? Oh, how many times have you gone this month? The way he asked it was how I felt, okay? And I just need people to validate me in the comments.
I'm just asking a question. Okay, I'll be honest. Sometimes I'm not asking a question, and sometimes I'm trying to
say something.
Yeah,
yes!
I'm trying to imply something.
You do it a lot.
But I don't want to be so rude as to actually say the thing out loud. So I leave little breadcrumbs, little like a trail to lead you to the conclusion.
But people can still pick up on that, and you're basically saying the thing without saying the thing.
Have you seen the movie Inception with Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yes.
It's where you have to implement.
You're planting the seed.
Planting the seed because people need to come to that conclusion on their own.
You're not being very discreet.
So
I want you to know your seeds are like bombs right now. They're bombs
in your mind.
No.
Okay. Do you have any pet peeves? Don't say like me or anything. Okay. All right. Move on from that.
Okay. All right. My real pet peeves. I don't like it when people chew with their mouth open.
Okay,
shaking their leg. Those are like kind of small whatever ones. Maybe in like a greater group setting at times, depending on what it is. If some people are not contributing to like helping clean up, if like everybody got up to clean and then they're the only person sitting there sometimes.
Have you seen that?
I've seen it
in our friend group.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But the only difference with people in our friend group is there's a lot of ADHD or people who don't notice or people who are tired from like a shoot and then they're just
don't try and cover for them. Who is it? Why are you looking at me? I always help clean up. Tell them.
He always helps clean up. Anyway, so there's that. There's people who are inconsiderate. Maybe that's also a pet peeve at times, I think. And it's not just like a lack of, awareness, a moment of lack of awareness, but more so just consistency and lack of consideration.
Like, are those pet peeves or are they just general human decency?
I think they become a pet peeve if it's consistent within that person for me. Then I have a pet peeve towards that person for that specific thing. But general pet peeves would be what I listed, where it's just like, oh, you chew with your mouth open or like, and it's,
I would say most people feel that way. See, my version of pet peeve, and you know this about me, is I hate it when people use the word sure. I've sent essays to about 20 of my friends when I'm messaging them about something, and they hit me with the sure. I have. Chelsea's giving me a wide-eye look like this guy's psychotic.
He is psychotic. Because let me tell you why this literally happened last week, okay? We just finished filming the podcast. He's like, do you want to get lunch? I say, sure.
You don't say you say sure. Okay? Don't
I'm sorry. Okay.
include the
He's
intonation.
psychotic. He's psychotic.
Which
He
is
said it
important.
the exact same way I just said it.
Okay. Have you heard about the 7%, 35%, 45% rule? It doesn't add up to 100, but whatever. Where 7% is the word, 35% is the tone, and 45% is the body language.
I think tone and body language are even to me, or maybe even tone even matters more.
Yeah, so you gotta include the tone. You didn't say sure. You said sure. Continue. Sorry for interrupting.
That is what makes me go crazy. I feel like I'm in an argument where I do not see the great difference between the two. But you know what? I will not invalidate you. But regardless, that was, I view sure as like a very casual yes. And then he's like, why not just say yes? Because it's like, that doesn't feel as natural or smooth of a response sometimes in a conversation. Sometimes like, do you want to get lunch? And someone says yes. Versus sure sounds a lot more easy and flowing.
Okay. When I link these articles, I'm not the one writing them, okay? These articles are being written because people have shown
They're
and
just people
studied.
like you.
They're not people like
They're
me.
people like
They're not
you.
people like me. Okay? Sure is like one of the worst way to show enthusiasm and agreement to something if you just type sure. Like if you type sure triple exclamation mark, that's a different thing. But when you just type the word S-U-R-E, nothing else, when people read that, it's like, oh, okay.
I get that in certain things that it makes you feel like they might not be as enthusiastic. But I just don't think you can apply that across the board.
I don't. I just,
Every time I say it, you point it out.
because you say it in a sure
But
way.
okay, think about it as me as like a person. Am I gonna be like, oh my god, sure? Or like, I'm a chill person. The way I reply to anything would be like, sure,
See,
yeah, okay.
I know you, okay? So when you do it to me, I'm not that bothered.
You
what
were.
I
You
worry
pointed
about
it out
is
right away.
one day you're going to say sure to your future guy who's dating you. You're going to hit him with a sure, and he's going to be a bit demoralized.
I want you to know, they did not tell me, but I have never had that type of feedback before.
Yeah, because no one's going to bring it up, okay? No one keeps
Why
it
not?
real like me, all right?
Oh, you're the only one who
I
keeps it
keep
real.
it real, all right? I ask people to play games because I'm responsible for making lobbies. I'm like, hey, do you want to play this game at this time? And when they hit me with the sure, I hit them with the articles.
Yeah, I said sure to him once. He hit me with 3 links.
3 links to show that I did my sourcing, okay? It's not just some random kooky guy on the internet. It's 3 separate sources. Then what's the worst part? People still say sure. People still say sure,
Because
and I
it is so
relink it.
ingrained and it's so normal. You act like people are saying slurs to you or something. It's just a regular response.
Out here trying to make the world a better place, and people don't
Clearing
understand.
sure off the streets is
Okay.
insane.
All right, the way we communicate to each other as human beings is so important. So why can't we take a little time and effort to make it better for the person we're talking to?
Oh, really? If that's the case, then why do you ghost me?
I don't ghost you.
You
I
do.
don't ghost
Oh,
you.
so if you're saying we should make it easier and better for the person that we're talking to, oh, is it better to leave them on red?
I don't leave you on red when you say something interesting.
Do you see this? Do you see this? Do you think? Oh, I'd rather you say sure than say nothing.
Well, I mean, you just asked me some like random stuff. I don't want to answer because it's like, what's the point? No answer is an answer, you know?
Like I said, look within. Look within to make the world a better place.
I hate people who type ...
Oh, I hate that too.
Yeah, it's like, what are you, 17, huh? What is this, a fucking anime? You're leaving a long pause?
I hate ... I hate when they capitalize the L in LOL. Like they're saying it like flat or kind of not very impressed. Or when they also put a period at the end of their sentences. Yeah.
It's like a strategy. Like the period means a lot, you know?
Yeah, the period makes it seem like you're trying to be like, this is like the tone feels firm and you feel like you're making a statement.
I agree. We're on the same page on that one.
Yeah.
Because the period represents something unspoken, and it is better to just say, I mean, I'm guilty of this. Like if I'm upset about something, but I'm having trouble like bringing it up and I want to signal I'm upset, I would type, that's fine, period. And I know, wrong of me, bad toast, not communicative, not cool. I'm guilty of it. Hey, I admit it. So I know when I do it, I know I'm being petty. And that's when I feel like, oh, I'm being petty. But I'm going to do it. But I know it's wrong deep down in a more chill environment. I also hate people who type or Oh, you know what I hate? Here's a big one. When people say, you do realize blank, blank, blank. Like someone says something wrong, right?
Yeah.
And that's fine. Like people said, oh, you know, the LeBron James played for the Lakers for 10 years. And then they hit you with you do realize it was for 7 years, right? Instead of just saying like, oh, it's actually 7 years. Because it's like, hey, moron, I'm going to talk to you like a child. Oh, God, I hate people who, when they see someone who's wrong, instead of using it as an opportunity to like share something with them or teach them or like help them out, they use it as an opportunity to flaunt their superiority. What, Yvonne? I've never done that to you. I've never typed the words you do realize.
No, you haven't, but you did exactly what you just proceeded to describe, which is use something that you know to flaunt superiority over me many times.
Name one.
Over things.
Name one. Remember?
Games all the time. Are you kidding me?
What?
Anything all the time.
What? Like when we play platform games, I'm not flaunting it if I just stand still and let you figure out the puzzle on your own.
Oh, no. But that's more like quiet you. That's not how it's always been. I think somebody could dig up a clip real fast. They don't got to search far.
Of me flaunting my superior knowledge? Okay, look, I'm going to be honest, Yvonne. I don't think I flaunt superior knowledge when we play games. I flaunt basic common sense.
Oh, yeah? Is that what it is?
Sometimes I would just stand there and I will let you dig your own hole, okay? I don't rub it in your face about it.
I'm talking about the times you do, which has been many times.
Name one!
Name one! Oh, just one?
Yeah, there's so many, right?
There's so many.
There's so many. Name one.
You don't think in Pico Park, you yelling at me has ever been a time where you were doing it like nicely? Were you nicely telling me what to do?
Oh, no. Well, that's content, Yvonne. That's different. People will tune in to our streams to watch me yell at you.
When have I ever done it? Okay. Oh, that's content.
That's content. People watch us to watch me yell at you, okay? You're like my punching bag, and that's all you'll ever be. Sorry, I didn't mean that. I'll work on it.
Can I tell you something that made me really sad? And it's going to make me feel really bad.
Okay. You're going to do this to me? Okay. What happened to resolving our issues off camera? What is it?
Okay. I had a guy tell me that he doesn't know if he wanted to be with someone who was the punching bag of their group.
Who's... Okay. Okay, let me process that.
Let me process that.
He said this to you.
Yeah, and it hurt really badly when I first heard it. Like I didn't know how to take that because I don't think that's ever been something that crossed my mind. I don't think my friends view me as a punching bag, and I think for my so
no, we don't.
Rewind that real fast. Okay, rewind that real fast. But I had to explain to him. I had to like explain to him the scenario because for him, he's like, for one, I knew part of it came from a place of he doesn't like seeing other people maybe talk to me or treat me in a certain way. But then I also had a part of me like, okay, so is it because you're embarrassed of me because people pick on me or something, and then you're embarrassed that like you're potentially with someone who gets that a lot in the friend group, or like the butt of the joke. And I try putting myself in his shoes and being like, would I like it if my SO was in a friend group and people always made fun of him? And for me, it hurt, especially because for me, I think I would be more upset for him than be like, I don't like you or think of you less. In fact, I would just think, oh, you're so nice, like, and you are chill, and people would know that they can poke fun at you and you wouldn't get mad at them. If anything, like, you could stand up for yourself if you aren't feeling good about it. That's the way I would have viewed it, I think. And it hurt that I can't remember exactly if he said it was kind of like I was like a doormat or didn't, or if I thought that. I don't remember exactly. But basically how I felt was I felt like he felt like I was a doormat or that I wouldn't say something. But I was telling him, no, if I had a problem with it, I would say something because I care about these people and they're my friends. And the reason why I don't is because that doesn't cross my mind that I'm a doormat when I'm with them. I just think we're bantering, we're having fun, and they can poke fun at me and I can poke fun at them at times, and it's chill. But it just happens to be a lot because I can take a lot of things and not get upset at people versus some people you can't poke fun at because they would get upset. And so it hurt me that he kind of put almost the blame on me instead of being like, hey, they shouldn't make fun of you as much, or they should be better to you and all this. And I did not feel very seen. Just felt like he was like, oh, I don't know if I want to be with someone because you're that. And that over time made me dislike it less when I would see comments of people being like, oh yeah, Yvonne's like a punching bag, or Yvonne is like they just make fun of her all the time, short, etc., blah blah blah. So that incident made me feel worse about the other things when I didn't really feel as bad about it in the first place.
Well, first of all, I'm sorry you went through that. Was this okay? Got a couple of questions.
Yeah.
Time frame wise, was this around the second time we played Pico Park?
No, I think it all accumulated over time. Like we make shorts, we make content or whatever. And I had to tell him like, no, it's almost like I had to defend my friends in a way. Like, oh no, they're really good to me off camera, or like they're really good to me in general. It's not just off camera, but it's just like poking fun. Like those make the reactions or the clips and stuff at times. Right. And I don't mind because my friends treat me so well. I've never felt insecure. Like I've never felt like, oh, they do see me this way or they do blah, blah, blah. Like if I had to rate the amount of times my feelings were hurt from a friend poking fun at me, it would be so little, like 9 out of 10 times, totally fine. So I almost had to be like, no, they're great. I think like I would feel way worse if I did feel insecure that they didn't treat me well and all this stuff. And then over time, he was kind of like, okay, I understand more and like all this. And then he apologized when I was explaining to him how I felt. So I felt really fucking bad.
His issue wasn't really, oh, you're getting bullied and I want to like protect you from that, or like I don't like it when they bully you. His issue was more he saw you as someone who can't stand up for themselves.
It might have been both. I think it's like a combination, not exactly linear for one thing. But he did feel like I don't stand up for myself and stuff like that. And for me, I don't know how to defend, like, what if I just don't feel bad about it? Like, how do I stand up to something that I don't feel bad about, that I just feel like I'm really fine with at times? And at times I'm not. And over time, I think I am growing to not be okay because of that incident at times. But I don't like that it was not natural more so. But it's starting to get a little tiring. Like, I think you can poke fun at someone for so long until eventually it will be a point where it's like, Maybe like ease off the brakes like a little bit, right? But otherwise it's fine. And I think the community is generally really nice. Like even say we're playing Split Fiction, and I know people rag on me a lot and praise you a lot for like playing with me and everything, but there are also times where I think the few people that did notice or were more nice to me about it during the times made me feel a lot better in those moments. So that was totally fine. Like that made it so doable to go on with the game and do whatever. And plus the game was really good. And playing with you is nice. I just don't want it to be so affected by other people sometimes.
Yeah, I think it's a balance with banter, especially between you and me, because it does feel like from a public perspective, I insult Yvonne a lot, which I do, not gonna lie. I also feel weird about like when we're playing Split Fiction, like comments, like if you're struggling with something where people will laugh, but then I will see comments like, oh, she's stupid. When I read comments like that, it's like, I feel bad because it's not really like, haha,
Yeah, it's not like a funny, creative way to make fun of me. I think I'd be more okay if it was creative, but if you're just outright being like, she's actually stupid, 0 IQ or something, then I'd be like, well, that's just mean.
That's just rude. That's just mean.
Yeah.
And banter between friends is like, you and I can always temperature check with each other, but then we invite an audience into it. And something, I try and be careful about as well, because like when I poke fun of you, people will laugh. But sometimes people was like, yeah, I'm going to join in. It's like, well,
it's okay if you do it.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, and we've had talks like this before, and I've definitely apologized a few times where I can kind of read the situation. It's like, oh, I went one step too far, and I can like reach out, or you can talk to me about it. But when it's viewers, it does add that layer of like, at what point do I have to put my foot down and say, it's like, whoa, like you guys got chill and let me and Yvonne like have this relationship on camera. It's tough. I go through this with a few of my friends, and definitely makes me feel pretty bad when it does happen. I definitely see it happen to you. I seen it happen to like some content creators in the space where it almost feels like their role in the friend group is to be the butt of the joke, but to a point where I even see it off stream, like people just treat certain people like you're kind of a second thought. It's like, haha, the joke is like you suck and we make fun of you. That carries over. With Yvonne, I think everyone like really loves her, enjoys spending time with her, and is very aware of your like, okay, don't go too far. Like when you do, funny things or mess up, I think people will always poke a little bit of fun. But there's a lot of good content. I think the big one was the charades one, where you're throwing a grenade.
Oh,
Where you're doing the shopping cart, and you were saying, okay, I'm pushing a cart around in a food environment, so I must be at dim sum. It's like, it's the leaps in logic. It's so incredible that it's funny. But like if someone was to say she's stupid, then it's like, well, then where's the content, right? If Yvonne's gonna be a normal person, like as you understand, a lot of it is also just for content as well, because it's entertaining.
I mean, yeah, in the moments of, people have, oh my God, I'm so stupid moments in real life all the time. And I think have it being captured on camera is sometimes really fun. And, it's like, whoa, this is what makes like life fun. But it just, again, makes it, because if someone were to be like, Yvonne, you're stupid, I'd very confidently be like, I'm not stupid. Like, I think I'm actually pretty smart in a lot of things, or like whatever I have experience or try to pick up. Like, but in those moments, I'm just having fun. I'm like living my life, just trying to play games. I don't play these games, but I want to try because I think that's where the fun is. Because sometimes when I play League, I don't feel like I'm that fun because I already know how shit goes. I'm not surprised by anything. I'm very, if anything, sometimes I'm focused. I might not talk as much because I'm concentrated. But if I'm playing a loosey-goosey game where I don't got to do that, I'm just going to be silly in anything. So, I don't know. It is different when you bring an audience to it, but I don't for the most part, really don't mind it. And friends treat me so well. Like you said, I feel very loved by everybody in general. Like people invite me to things. People like are happy to have my company. Like they want me at places and stuff. And that makes me feel like they don't think of me less, if at all. If anything, I've been told that I'm very well liked. So I don't know. Like that never makes me feel bad when it's like on screen thing. I only don't. It's more just the comments actually. Yeah, but no behind the scenes.
I think people treat Yvonne the worst when the cameras are on, but when the cameras are off,
Yeah.
people are a lot nicer, including myself. Let's move on. Ooh, travel pet peeves. All right, this is what people do to piss me off.
You've rated people literally.
Oh,
Travel.
Oh, my travel friendship tier list.
Yeah.
Hey, don't worry, you're an S tier. Great work, Yvonne. Great work climbing to S tier.
Climbing.
Dude, traveling with a group of friends is impossible. Anything bigger than a group of 4,
Oh, it's hard.
it's hard. Everyone wants to. Okay, sometimes people want to do something. Sometimes the people don't want to do something. There are people who are hanging on. So like, hey, I'll just go with the vibes. But then there are people who want to do things, but they don't say it. And then they complain. And then like the restaurant picking we talk about in episode 1, that's a whole thing. And then just timeliness. When people say, let's meet at 9 or 10 or 11, and people are like 20 minutes late, 30 minutes late.
Really? I feel like lately they've been good. Like people kind of let everyone do their thing. And then when people meet on time, it's like generally around the same time.
Dude,
You haven't had it?
cried the first time. I actually had like a emotional breakdown the first time we went to Japan, because that was the first time I had to kind of lead decision making in terms of restaurant and directions and getting to people.
The first day or overall the trip?
Overall, I think it was like day 4. And day 5 when we went to Osaka. I remember crying on the subway, and Celine was there with me because the pressure just got to me. And I remember it's because there was a giant parade on the streets of Osaka, and I needed to get us to the shoot, but everything was blocked off. So I had to, for the first time in my life, because I don't travel a lot, navigate 4 or 5 of us from like the streets onto the subway to the shoot. And the whole time I have to carry bags from someone else that day who left it behind. So I'm carrying like something heavy that's not mine, trying to navigate. And I remember, I'm going to throw him under the bus a little bit. I love this guy. I love this man. He is my life.
Skara.
Yeah. He started backseating the direction I'm going. Because, like, to go around the parade, we had to do a big detour to get around it. And, like, the station's on the other side, but we just can't go through because it's completely blocked off. So I'm, like, taking this detour. And Scar, like, notices, like, hey, we're going the right way? Like, are you sure this is the right way? And then, like, that moment, after, like, a week of trying to find a restaurant that will seat 10 people,
In Japan, yeah.
I was like, it snapped me a bit. And then in the subway, I just sat to the side and like one single tear dropped to my ear, through my eyes, because it's like, I'm trying so hard to keep everything together, being not questioned, but like I'm trying my best. No one's stepping up. I have to do it. And I still have to kind of like bear the question, the backseating, the everything. And that was tough.
Yeah, I mean that's rough for anybody in that situation.
Yeah, but after that trip, I think I got really good at navigating and making decisions.
It's like it's never happening again. I'm so prepared.
Because I think the biggest issue with our friend group when it comes to traveling is making a decision.
Yeah.
And I did this in Korea a few months ago, where there was 6 of us and we had to pick a restaurant, and we were doing the whole like, what about this? What do you guys want? And I said to myself, I'm not going to say a single goddamn thing. I'm going to sit in the back and stand there and just be an observer, because I was so done having to be the guy to pick the restaurant and to get people there. And so I picked the restaurant and we went and ate there, and that was great.
So it worked out.
So it worked out, but it was a sense of like, normally I would make this decision, but I can't do it. And I want to see how long it takes for people to make decisions so that people get used to the idea of making decisions. It's okay to not pick the best restaurant. It's okay to not pick a restaurant that everyone loves. But at the end of the day, you just have to be okay with picking a restaurant. And even if it doesn't turn out great, it's on the other people in the group to not make them feel bad. Because if you pick a bad restaurant and like someone said, oh yeah, this place was really bad, that can be honest, but it has such a impact on the person who made that decision. Oh, hi, LilyPichu. Hey,
You look cute.
You want to say hi?
Yeah.
Oh, you want to replace Yvonne?
You want to replace me for a bit?
Hi, I'm Yvonne.
Yvonne was talking about the times I hurt her feelings.
Oh my god, there's so many. How did you start? Okay, I'll start too. Dude, sometimes we're playing League and he's like, okay, first of all, he got caught by like 2-3 other people. He was dead no matter what. Oh, you tilted her. But he pings that I didn't ping Mia for mid lane. Buddy, it didn't fucking matter. You were dead, okay?
Okay, my question...
But then,
Sorry.
And then he acted like this was like all my fault. You know what I mean? I understand it's easy to place blame on people that you're familiar and comfortable with more so than the randoms that you're playing with maybe, right? But at that time, I was PMSing really bad, right? So I'm like, don't start this. And then he starts like, yep. Like, and he's like, do you understand what you did wrong? Do you want to like review the footage? You know, he pulled out that classic toast. And I'm like, I'm not doing this anymore. And I left the call. Oh, God. And then off call, I'm like, I'm not joining their call for the entire game out of some weird sheer willpower and pettiness. And then, this turned into a therapy session. Okay, hold on. And then afterwards, I chilled. And I'm like, I understand his point of view. And I hope he understands mine. And then I rejoined the call. And it was like it never happened. Oh, God. Oh, wow. Okay, wow. What do you guys talk about on the podcast?
It's a lot of Yvonne trauma dumping.
Dude, can I be a guest on it one day? Can I trauma dump on him too?
Yeah.
Oh my God. There's just so many. But I just feel like Yvonne and I are really like patient people who are like there for Jeremy. And I know deep inside Jeremy values our friendship and stuff. So you're welcome. It's been a journey. I can't tell if I'm tilting him or not. Is he okay? Are you okay?
No, I'm just letting you speak your truth.
I like pulling out his government name when I'm upset. Do you want me to go now? It's not real. Hey, that was fun. What was the point of? I don't even remember. I just thank you for letting me trauma dump though. That was fun. What's your podcast called again? Why didn't you go with shortbread? Can I ask that?
Why we didn't go with shortbread?
I recommended that.
People are gonna think it's a baking podcast.
I recommend it. Well, people don't think Sweet and Sour is a candy podcast. That's a dumb logic. I recommended shortbread for their podcast because I'm like, bread and Yvonne is short and shortbread's actually a thing. And he's the bread? Yeah. But what is it?
Are you gonna be the bread?
No, I didn't want to be shortbread, but sweet bread.
What was it? What was it before? What is it now?
Cute bread.
No, what is it now? What do you call it? We were fighting before this. Is there like a shorthand for this? It's really long. How are you going to brand it? What's your logo? Have you thought about this?
You were supposed to draw our logo.
Well, I thought it was shortbread, and then Yvonne comes out with like a wrench in my plans. Just kidding. It's not that. So now I'm like, okay. I had an idea for shortbread, guys, and now we were fighting before this. I don't think we were fighting before.
Why are we getting criticized?
No, branding is super important.
I think my favorite travel has been so far like Taiwan and Shanghai. I like that arc.
Oh, the Chinese stuff, right?
Yeah.
That speed streamer guy is in China right now, and he's doing numbers. People in China love him.
I like it. I think it's so cool. I think it's cool that he's showcasing like everything with the drone showing Chongqing and everything. Yeah.
Chongqing. Yeah.
I want to go.
You want to go back to Asia?
I do.
Okay. Where are you gonna go with?
Are you gonna go?
Who's your Put in a tier list. Put the favorite people you like traveling with.
Well, Lily's pointing at herself, so I'm gonna say last for her.
All right, who's your S tier travel buddies?
S tier travel buddies.
You don't have to do the C tiers and the B tiers, just the positive.
A positive. I think I thoroughly enjoyed it. This is gonna sound so cop out, but I thoroughly enjoyed everybody. I would put like.
Oh my god.
I know, but like.
Fence-sitter Yvonne
No.
strikes again.
There would be a fence if there was a fence.
Yeah.
But
I'm a fence sitter, right?
You're both pretty fence city.
oh, don't put me on hers. Don't put me on hers, because I'm trying to think. Like, the reason why I said the Shanghai Taiwan trip was so great because everyone there was. Feel like I got to spend an equal amount with everybody and had S tier time with everybody. Like times when we would go out during the day, went to the bakery and everything. Like that was really fun. And then at night go clubbing with like Sid, Jody, or Scar, whoever, and like that was also really fun. So like I felt like every moment was like equally almost given to people there that I liked.
What's your S tier?
My S tier?
Yeah. I'm sorry for partying. What's your S tier?
She said she's sorry.
I said Yvonne's S tier.
Really?
Yeah.
Why are
'cause
you shocked?
She's pretty flexible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where am I?
You?
Yeah.
I would say A tier.
Why am I not S tier?
A tier is pretty
Why
good.
am I not S tier? I hate you.
I
Said now.
sorry. Hey. Well, in my tier list, A is higher than S.
Hey, how's it like not being a fence sitter now?
Yeah, I mean it's not. Look, we can't all fence it. All right, that's why people respect my opinion so much because I keep it real. I tell it like it is.
I'm gonna throw up. He says, "I keep it real."
Keep it real. You know I'm not gonna bullshit you. Hey, Lily, A tier is pretty good. Okay, A tier is pretty good.
You're not an S tier on mine.
Okay, you're just being spiteful now. Okay, if I put you in S, you would put me in S.
Yes.
But that's not how it works.
It's reciprocal.
That's not how reciprocal. This isn't the
It's
tariff.
reciprocal. If
This
you don't put
this
me on
the
S tier,
American
then I'm
tariff
not going to
system.
put you on my S tier. That doesn't make any sense. Why would I put you on S tier if you
When
put
you
me
had
on A tier?
MySpace, if someone you put in your top 10 wasn't putting you in the top 10, do you remove them?
Yes.
Everything with Lily is transactional.
No, just with him.
Do you think... I find that my relationship with the women in my life are often antagonistic.
And
I don't know, is it because I make them antagonistic towards me? Or are they just antagonistic individuals?
No, towards you. I'm not like this to other people.
But I've done so much for you.
And you've also said a lot. Like, I'm not like this to Broden.
But I've done so much for you, even more than Broden, I would say.
Remember the beginning of this podcast when I said that you say things with an underlying meaning that you may as well say the thing you're trying to say, but you do it all the time? That's what makes us the way we are. And Lily is saying yes on the side.
But shouldn't all the things I've done for you offset?
That's not how it works. Imagine you go to somebody, you're like, I'm so good to you, but then do they ignore all the bad things?
That's emotionally manipulative to be like, yeah, look how much I've done for you, okay? You got to remember.
Well,
look how
I
nice-
don't say look at it. I just...
You do point it out a lot, saying like, oh my God, guys, I only care about you. This is why I do so many things for you. And like implying that therefore we should be really grateful to you. Like you have some savior complex.
Actually, can I tell you another thing that really triggered me that a guy said to me?
How many guys are you talking to, and what are you guys talking about? Go ahead.
So I was having an argument with him. I was telling him how I was upset at something that he did.
Okay.
And then his response was, what about all the good things I've done?
Oh, that is cringe. Yeah. For the record, I don't actually pull out the, hey, look what I've done for you.
But you literally just did that like 30
camera.
seconds ago.
Okay, there's never been a time where you and I fought and I said, but remember what I did? Wait, he did that? That's
Yeah.
kind of cringe, man.
And I was like, I'm not saying you didn't do those good things. And if anything, the good things are the reason why I'm putting up and explaining to you why I want to fix the bad things.
Is this the same guy who brought up the punching bag thing?
Yeah.
Yo, dump his ass. Stop talking to this guy. Who is this guy? Is he still in your life?
I don't want to talk about it.
Look, he's trying to give you too much self-worth. And when you stop that. When you stop that right now.
Giving me too much
By
self-worth.
telling you to stick up for yourself, telling you to not be the punching bag. Yeah, that's really bad. That guy's toxic for you. Okay, get him out of your life.
Yeah.
Not good.
We just want what's best for you.
Whose side are you on? Whose side is this girl on? She's like dancing between the two of
Yvonne,
us.
we care about you, right?
Yeah.
And we would never say anything that would hurt you, right?
You manipulative bitches right here, right now.
And this guy has a lot of problems with you. But I think you're fine just the way you are. Oh, I really enjoyed this impromptu therapy session with the both of you.
Yeah.
I think one day we're gonna get like an actual like therapist on the
I think
podcast.
it's fine.
No, like physical fight. No, we're gonna get an actual therapist.
That will be really fun.
And-
Would you guys be down?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he needs it.
You know what? I think he wants to do this because he thinks if we go in a therapy session, he's going to be like, oh, the therapist is going to tell them that I'm right and they're wrong. And he wants to be there for it and gloat in the victory of it
I'm
all.
not gonna do that in front of the therapist.
But you would. But
I
you,
would think it. Yeah.
But you would think it.
I would think
you would
it.
think it.
The therapist is gonna be like, well, Yvonne, maybe you should have tried this. And in my head, I'm gonna be like, yeah.
I want the therapist to be the challenger player that he wanted to like spectate our games, to be telling what he thinks would be that he's right.
Okay, look, the therapist is not gonna say winner, loser. Okay.
Yeah, they're not.
They're not. All right. But I just want to make sure the therapist we get is an impartial person.
See, I was never scared of that. But
I'm
you seem
scared.
to be awfully
I'm
scared
worried
of that.
because I know if we get a therapist you recommend,
I
or
didn't say
if the
it
therapist
did not
is
have
a
to be one
woman-
that I recommended.
Okay. All right.
It just has to be one with eyes and ears and can assess.
Okay.
I want to know what they would say to you. I'm so curious.
You're not
No.
licensed to be a therapist,
I can
Lily.
be a therapist. I can be
If anything, you are one of the people who also needs therapy.
We can rotate.
All right. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next time.